Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Are you doing your homework and classwork properly? Write your homework properly. Got it? Take your social science book, open page number 192. Geography, Unit 4, Hydrosphere. Okay, Unit 4, Hydrosphere. In the previous class, already you have seen the atmosphere is an atmosphere, lithosphere. You know that there are three spheres are the lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere, all together biosphere is no. So already you have learned about the lithosphere. In that also two types is no, in lithosphere 1 and lithosphere 2, endogenetic process and exogenetic process you have seen is no. And third, atmosphere. And today we are going to start a new lesson, that is hydrosphere. You know the meaning of hydro. Hydro means water. Is water. What are the in earth? What are the areas are covered by water? Okay, and the how the what are the types of water? All we are going to learn. Okay, so in introduction, what is given? You see that we know that our planet Earth consists of four spheres. They are lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. In the earlier chapters, we had studied about the lithosphere and atmosphere. We shall now learn the other two spheres, namely the hydrosphere and the biosphere. Okay. Hydrosphere. One of the most indispensable means தவிர்க்க முடியாது. Okay. So, it is one of the indispensable natural resources on the earth is water. The earth is also called the blue planet. You see that the picture is given, hydrosphere picture is given. You see that பார்த்த உடனே எப்படி இருக்கு, blue planet, blue colorல இருக்கு. Exactly. So because of it holds more water. Okay, comparing to all the other planet, our earth has earth holding more water, so that it is looks like blue color. So it is called blue planet. Okay, so in our earth there are almost 97% of area covered by water. Oceans. Okay, பெருங்கடல்கள். Ocean means what? பெருங்கடல்கள். 97% water மட்டுமே கவர் ஆயிருக்கு. Remaining 3% only land, glaciers, ice caps, groundwater, rivers, lakes. Okay, so everything are there in the 3%. 97% only ocean water. கடல் தண்ணி மட்டுமே 97% கவர் ஆயிருக்கு. Okay. Hydrological cycle. The earth's water is not static. Static means நிலையானதல்ல. It is always in motion. இயக்கத்திலே இருக்கு. This continuous movement of the water on above and below the earth's surface is called the hydrological cycle. Okay, so the earth water is always in motion. இயக்கத்திலேயே இருக்கு. So this movement is called the hydrological cycle. Okay, sometimes it happens on the earth and above the earth and below the earth. So this is called the hydrological cycle. Okay, so three major types of are there in the hydrological cycle. Okay, what are they? Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Okay, say with me all of you. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Okay, evaporation, you see that from the ocean all the waters are evaporation. நீர் ஆவியாகுது. எதானோ sun heat மூலமா எல்லாமே evaporate ஆகுது. Then condensation, நீர் துளி ஆகுது. அப்படி ஸ்கைக்கு போன எல்லா வாட்டருமே அந்த நீராவியாக போனது எல்லாமே நீர் துளிகளாக மாறுது. precipitation means மழைப்பொழிவு, அது என்ன செய்யுது, பூமிக்கு திரும்ப வருது. அப்போ இது ஒரு வாட்டர் சைக்கிள். இஸ் சைக்கிளிங். எவாபரேஷன், கண்டென்சேஷன், precipitation. Then again evaporation, condensation, precipitation. This is called the hydrological cycle. Got it? Then water changes its forms constantly. Ice, water, and water vapor. Sometimes water will be there in ice form, water form, and water vapor form. This process happens in the blink of an eye or even over millions of years. Water resources of the earth can be broadly divided into fresh water and salt water. Waterல ரெண்டு டைப் இருக்கு. Fresh water means நல்ல தண்ணி. Salt water means உப்பு தண்ணி. Okay, first we are going to see about fresh water. fresh water. Rainwater is considered to be the purest form of water. மழை தண்ணி தான் மிகவும் சுத்தமான தண்ணி. As it contains very less proportion of salt when compared to the ocean and seas. Ocean water and seas water will be very salty. உப்பா இருக்கும். Yes or no? But rainwater will not be like that. Did you taste the rainwater? Rainwater taste பண்ணி பார்த்திருக்கியா? It will be very tasty. Yes or no? It is very tasty comparing to the oceans and seas. We cannot drink ocean water and seas water. Yes or no? So hence the rainwater is called the fresh water. Okay. And a major part of the fresh water is found in frozen state in the form of ice caps and glaciers. Around 1% of it is found in the liquid state as rivers, streams, lakes, bounds, etc. Okay, so most of the part covered by frozen state. உறைந்த நிலையில் இருக்குது. 1% மட்டும் தான் நமக்கு ரிவராவோ ஸ்ட்ரீமாவோ லேக்காவோ இருக்கு. அப்போ எவ்வளோ தண்ணி வந்து உரை நிலையில் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறது தெரியுது. இதுதான். Then surface water may also penetrate through pores. Pores means நுண்ணிய துளைகள். Okay, rocks and gets collected beneath. Beneath means கீழே. The earth surface, this is called ground water. சில நுண்ணிய துளைகள் மூலமாக அந்த வாட்டர்லாம் பூமிக்கு அடியில் போகும். Yes, so they are called it is called the ground water. Okay. So book page number 193, you see there. Do you know, in the box it is given, water table is a level below the ground where water is found collected beneath the earth's surface. Then aquifers means neerthekam, then or borers. Okay, neerthekam or borers, rock strata filled with water found below the earth's surface. Okay, so what is water table? It is a level below the ground. Okay, so then where water is found collected beneath the earth's surface. Then aquifers, that means that is one of the borers. Okay, the neerthekangal. Okay, it is the rock strata filled with the water and it will found below the earth's surface. Got it? It is given in the book page number 193. And next one is oceans. Okay, the continents and oceans are however not evenly distributed in the northern and the southern hemisphere. So when you see the picture, the globe picture, it is given in the book page number 193. You see there some of the areas covered by water is and most some of the area covered by land is and most of the area covered by water only. You know that the globe, how the globe, it will look like blue in color is and our earth also is called the blue planet is and because it looks like blue color. Okay, when you see the planet, our earth planet from the sky, it will look like a blue planet, so it is called blue planet. Okay, blue color la irukum sky la irundhu paakradhu because most of the area covered by water. Got it? So all the areas not evenly distributed. எல்லா இடங்கள் நார்தன் ஹெமிஸ்பியர் இருக்குது, சதர்ன் ஹெமிஸ்பியர் இருக்குது, எல்லா இடங்களுமே ஒரே மாதிரியான தண்ணி ஒரே மாதிரியான நிலங்கள் இருக்குமானா இல்லை. எசானோ. ஸோ த நார்தன் ஹெமிஸ்பியர் ஹோல்ஸ் 61% of land. Okay, at the same time the southern hemisphere holds 81% of water. See that? So the northern hemisphere is called as the land hemisphere and also the southern hemisphere is called as the water hemisphere because the northern hemisphere covered by land is that most of the area land. At the same time southern hemisphere covered by water. So the northern hemisphere is also called as land hemisphere and the southern hemisphere is also called as water hemisphere. Okay, you have learned the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere is our earth is divided into two parts by the equator. Okay, and the tropic of Cancer also going on and the tropic of Capricorn also passes through our earth. And the north side is northern hemisphere and the south side is southern hemisphere. So that it is divided into two and it is dependent upon the areas. Okay, the land and water, how it covered. Some of the area covered by fully water, okay, and some of the area covered by fully land. Got it? And 71 percentage of the area is covered by water in our earth. Okay, then oceans and seas are considered as resource bowl of the earth because of the immense availability of food. We get more fish items, is on many food items, and as well as we get many minerals also from the oceans and seas. So they are called as resource bowl of the earth. Okay, resource bowl of the earth. Present distribution of the world oceans and major seas are illustrated in the map. So in the map, through the map, you can understand clearly about the oceans, where the ocean is there, is and seas. You know that if you have what is that in the atlas, you can see that. Okay, when you come to the class, I will show you everything through the globe. Okay, I will explain you. Then the oceans. The ocean basins are characterized by the following major relief features. Okay, the first one is continental shelf, continental slope, continental rise, deep sea plain or abyssal plain, oceanic deep, and oceanic ridge. So these all are the major relief features of ocean. Okay, so in ocean, what are there? You see the continental shelf, continental slope, continental rise, deep sea plain or abyssal plain, oceanic deep, oceanic ridge. Got it? See the picture. This is the picture of the relief features of the ocean floor. Okay, so the first you see there, the coast is there, then continental shelf is there, then continental slope, the sloping area is continental slope, then continental rise, then ocean. Okay, down you see the picture, abyssal plain is there. Okay, so like that all the features are given even, is or no? And the first one is the continental shelf, a shallow and gently sloping platform extending out from the adjoining continental landmass into the sea. So from the coast area, you see that from the coast area to the sea and the land area, is or no? That is called the continental shelf. It is almost a uniform zone of seabed with a gentle gradient. Okay, the shallow means ஆழமற்ற இடத்துல இருக்கிற அந்த continental sloping, okay, platform, that is called continental shelf. Okay, and the continental shelf is of great significance for the following reasons. They are shallow means already I have told ஆழமற்ற, and thus enables sunlight to penetrate through the water. This encourages abundant growth of grass, seaweeds and plankton. Hence, these zones become the richest fishing grounds in the world. Example, the Grand Banks of Newfoundland. So, the continental shelf, it is very shallower. ஆழமற்ற பகுதியாக இருக்கிறதுனால அதில் வந்து அந்த சன் ரேஸ் வந்து ஈஸியாக ஊடுருவி போக முடியும். அதனால் அதில் இருக்கிற கிராஸ், அந்த சீவீட்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஈஸியாக வளருது. அதனால் அதில் நிறைய ஃபிஷ் வந்து அந்த கிராஸ்லாம் இருக்கிறதுனால ஃபிஷ் வந்து என்ன செய்யும், நிறையா பாசிலாம் இருக்கிறதுனால நிறைய ஃபிஷ் வரும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த ரிச்சஸ்ட் ஃபிஷ்ஷிங் கிரவுண்ட் இன் த வேர்ல்டு. ஓகே, எக்ஸாம்பிள் த கிராண்ட் பேங்க்ஸ் ஆஃப் Newfoundland. And the next use is the continental shelves have extensive deposit of minerals and mineral fuels. Hence, the zone becomes accessible for oil drilling and mining activity. Example, Mumbai High in Arabian Sea. ஸோ அந்த காண்டினென்டல் ஷெல்ஃப்ஸில் வந்து நிறைய மினரல்ஸ் டெபாசிட் ஆகிருக்கும், நிறைய ஃபியூல்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதனால் அதில் வந்து மைனிங் பண்ணுதாங்க. அதில் நிறையா அந்த மினரல்ஸ் எடுக்கிறதுக்காக மைனிங் சுரங்கங்கள்லாம் என்ன செய்கிறாங்க, ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் வந்து அமைக்கிறாங்க. அதோட எக்ஸாம்பிள் வந்து மும்பை ஹை இன் அரேபியன் சி. ஓகே, தென் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் காண்டினென்டல் ஸ்லோப். A steep slope, you see there அப்படியே சரிவாக இருக்குது, எஸ்ஆனோ, a steep slope which descends from the edge of the continental shelf to the deep ocean bed is called continental slope. அந்த எட்ஜ், அந்த முனையில் இந்த காண்டினென்டல் ஷெல்ஃபோட எண்டிலிருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது காண்டினென்டல் ஸ்லோப், எஸ்ஆனோ. It forms a boundary between the continental crust and the oceanic crust. Okay, so this is the boundary of continental crust and the oceanic crust. You see there, the second picture down, the picture is given down, you see there. So the continental slope, it is the boundary of the continental crust and the oceanic crust. Got it? This zone is free from deposit as they are steep. அதில் வந்து எதுவுமே தங்காது, ஸ்டீப்பாக சரிவாக இருக்கிறதுனால எதுவுமே தங்காது, எல்லாமே என்ன செஞ்சிடும், கீழே அரிச்சிட்டு போயிடும். இதானோ. ஸோ த மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக் ஆஃப் கான்டினென்டல் ஸ்லோப் இஸ் த ப்ரெசன்ஸ் ஆஃப் டீப் canyons and trenches. Okay, so due to the low penetration of sunlight, the slope has nearly freezing temperature. அந்த ஸ்லோப்பிங்காக இருக்கிறதுனால அதில் சன்ரைஸ் அதிகமாக படாது, அதனால் வந்து அது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், ஃப்ரீசிங் டெம்பரேச்சரில் இருக்கும். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் continental rise. At the base of the continental slope is a gently sloping layer of sediments which merge to the deep sea floor. You see that at the end of the continental slope, what is there, continental rise is there. Okay, so this underwater feature found between continental slope and abyssal plains. Abyssal plains ku continental slope ku center la da enadhu irukku, continental rise. Okay, it consists of submarine fans which are similar to the alluvial fans found on land. And the next one is deep sea plains or abyssal plains. You see the second picture, it is given abyssal plain. The deep sea plains, ஆழமான கடல்ல இருக்கிற சமவெளி. Okay, so that is called the abyssal plains or underwater plains found on the deep ocean floor. ஆழமான இடங்கள்ல இருக்கும். These plains extend from the continental rise to the mid-oceanic ridge. The gradient of the slope is very gentle and it appears as a uniform flat and featureless plain. These plains are usually covered by thick layer of sediments. The abyssal plain oda லேயர்ஸ்லாம் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா ரொம்ப திக்காக இருக்கும். அதில் என்னெல்லாம் இருக்குன்னா, கிளே இருக்கும், சில்ட் இருக்கும், சேண்ட் மணல் இருக்கும், களிமண் இருக்கும். இது எல்லாமே ரிவர்லேருந்து அரிச்சு கொண்டு வந்தது. ஏன்னா ரிவரில் இருக்க தண்ணி எல்லாமே எங்கே சேருது, ஓசன் ஆர் சீஸ்க்கு தான் வருது. எசானோ. தீஸ் ஆர் ஆஃபன் கேரக்டரைஸ்டு பை த ஃபியூச்சர்ஸ் லைக் அபிசல் ஹில்ஸ், சீ மவுண்ட்ஸ், கயாட்ஸ், கோரல், அட்டால். ஓகே, ஸோ இது எல்லாமே இந்த பிக்சரில் கொடுத்துருக்கு பாரு. 194 யூ சீ தர் இந்த புக் சீ மவுண்ட். அதிலிருந்து மணல் எல்லாமே கிளே எல்லாம் அரிச்சு வர்றதுனால அது அப்படியே ஸ்டோர் ஆகி அது எப்படி ஆயிடுது, மவுண்ட் ஆயிடுது, வால்கனிக் ஐலண்ட் ஆயிடுது. ஓகே, ஸோ தீஸ் ஆல் ஆர் மேடு பை the sediments, esano, which the river will bring everything, esano. So these all are made by the sediments. Okay, then oceanic deeps. Oceanic deeps. Trenches are the deepest part of the oceans and occupy 7% of the total relief of the ocean floor. The ocean temperature in the trench is slightly cooler than the freezing temperature. Okay, so in the oceanic deeps, oceanic deep means ஆழமான பகுதி. எசானோ, deep means what, ஆழமான பகுதி. So the trenches, what is the meaning of trenches? நீண்ட பள்ளம். Trench means what, நீண்ட பள்ளம். Okay, so in the temperature will be cooler than the freezing temperature. ஆழமான பகுதி. ஓகே, அந்த இடத்துல டெம்பரேச்சர் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா ஃப்ரீசிங் டெம்பரேச்சர் விட அதிகமாக இருக்கும். ஆஸ் தே ஆர் செடிமெண்ட் ஃப்ரீ, மோஸ்ட் ட்ரென்ச்சஸ் ஆர் வி ஷேப்ட் வித் ஸ்டீப் சைட்ஸ். எல்லா ட்ரென்ச்சஸுமே மோஸ்ட்லி வி ஷேப்பில் தான் இருக்கும். ஓகே, எபிசென்டர் ஆஃப் த கிரேட் எர்த்குவேக்ஸ் ஆர் ஆல் ஃபவுண்ட் இன் த ட்ரென்ச்சஸ். ஸோ see the picture in the book, page number 195. Dragon Hole is the deepest known underwater sinkhole in the world. The local fishermen call it the eye of the South China Sea. Okay, so the picture is given. That is called the Dragon Hole. Okay, that is the deepest underwater sinkhole. Next one is Oceanic Ridge. Oceanic Ridge is a continuous submarine mountain chain. Mountain chain. You see the book page number 194. You see the down mid-oceanic ridge. Mountain madri continuous that is called the oceanic ridge. They are made of young basaltic rock formed when two tectonic plates move apart. This mid-ocean ridges is probably the most extensive single feature of the Earth's topography. Two of the most well-known mid-oceanic ridges are the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and the East Pacific Ridge. So these two are the well-known mid-oceanic ridge. What are they? Mid-Atlantic Ridge and the East Pacific Ridge. Okay, are you reading with me, all of you? Yes, you have to underline. Any important points comes, you have to underline. Okay. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is the largest unbroken oceanic ridge. Okay, அதில் இருக்கிறதுலே Mid-Atlantic Ridge தான் இருக்கிறதுலே ரொம்ப அதிகமான பெருசு. Okay. Then, do you know the fathoms and nautical measurement of the depth of the water in the ocean, which is called fathoms, and isobath means, and that is the imaginary line on a map joining the points of the equal depths. Then isohaline means an imaginary line on a map joining the points of equal salinity in the oceans. Okay. Then, so you from this you have learned many things. Yes or no? The fathoms. Fathoms means a nautical measurement of the depth of the water in the ocean. Or ocean ஓட ஆழத்தை அளக்கிறது கூட measurement தான் fathoms. Okay. Isobath means that is one of the imaginary line. ஒரு கற்பனையான ஒரு line on a map joining the points of equal depths. Then isohaline means an imaginary line on a map joining the points of equal salinity in oceans. Okay, so in some oceans, some area the salty, okay, the salinity will be very high. In some areas salinity will be low. So it is measured by the isohaline. Got it, everybody? So from this lesson you have learned many things, yes or no? So the hydrosphere means the near column, yes or no? So the hydrosphere means most of the area in our earth. When you see the earth from the sky, it looks like blue in color because it contains more water, yes or no? So most of the area covered by water, and most of the water in freezing, okay, freezing condition, and the frozen, okay, எல்லாமே எப்படி இருக்கு, orange தான் இருக்கு. So some part only we use, okay, some percentage only we use for our purposes, okay, remaining all the waters are in freezing condition. Got it? And today our class work is answer the following in brief. What do you mean by the term hydrosphere? Take your class work note, all of you. Open geography area and write it. What do you mean by the term hydrosphere? It is held on land as glaciers, ice caps, groundwater, rivers, lakes, and also as the water vapor in air. Write fast, all of you. Your handwriting should be very neat. And the next question is, what is hydrological cycle? The earth's water is not static, it is always in motion. This continuous movement of water on above and below the earth's surface is called the hydrological cycle. Mention the various relief features of ocean floor. Write fast, all of you. What is hydrological cycle? Already I told, the earth water is not static. அது நிலையானதே இல்லை, எப்போதும் அது வந்து இயக்கத்திலே இருக்கும். Yes or no? So this continuous movement of water on above and below the earth's surface is called the hydrological cycle. Understand and study. Okay, whatever you study, understand and study. Don't muck up it. Okay, there is no use if you muck up it. You have to understand and study, then only it will never forget. Mention the various relief features of ocean floor. Have you written all of you? Mention the various relief features of ocean floor: continental shelf, continental slope, continental rise, deep sea plain or abyssal plain, oceanic deep, oceanic ridge. Okay, and today our homework is fill in the blanks, find the answers from the book, read the book and find the correct answer. First one, dust is the watery part of the earth. Dust is the watery part of the earth. Water resources of the earth can be broadly divided into dash and dash. That is second one. Third one, dust is a level below the ground where water is found collected beneath the earth's surface. Fourth one, dash are porous rocks, strata filled with water found below the earth's surface. Fifth one, the northern hemisphere is called as the dash and the southern hemisphere is called as the dash. Sixth one, oceans and seas are considered as dash of the earth because of the immense availability as food, minerals, etc. Seventh one, dust named as the first hero of the planet. Eighth one, the deepest point in Arctic Ocean is dash. Ninth one, Dash was a famous French ocean explorer. And 10th is the richest fishing grounds in the world is Dash Newfoundland. Dash is of Newfoundland. Okay. So these all are the fill-ups. You have to find the answers from the book. We will see tomorrow.